Hi everybody. So I'm doing this video for those who think they are a failure in life, who they think they failed and they keep failing every time, and they think that it's a curse, right? So they have bad luck, or God is against them, or anything else. Because I'm going through the same thing, and I want to try to say what I'm thinking or what I'm experiencing right now, so you can actually, see your point of view, and maybe hope you learn something from me, or maybe I can learn something from you too in the comments. So what happens is I'm really failing in a lot of things in my life. A year ago, I started playing football, soccer, um, and because I haven't had the opportunity to play football through my life, it was the best, probably one of the best things I ever done in my life. Um, maybe, maybe because it gave me that purpose of having something to attach in a moment where I had nothing, you know, had nothing and nobody too, because we could say actually, I got my family too, but the family is not the same as having friends, as having people who call out, who call you, who text you, who ask for you, an environment where you're growing socially, where you can fit in. Those things didn't happen to me. I didn't like school. I actually hated school, and then I used to play video games. That gave me like a competitivity, where I could like show up and train and speak English too, and learn, and it was like that environment, right? But when I stopped playing video games because I felt actually depressed, because I saw a lot of my friends actually living the life, and I was like at home. My parents actually treated me like a young guy, right? Like a little kid. So I was actually like, why this is happening to me? So of course, when I stopped playing video games, everything gone wrong, right? Because I was like wasting a lot of times with video games, entertaining myself, and once that everything is gone, it was pure loneliness, pure mind, pure creation. And I'm like this kind of guy who's like ADHD type of guy a bit. So of course that actually gave me like it really hurt me, right, mentally. Um, and he actually um, made me feel like really lonely, because I was not really social, and I was not really engaging a lot, because I felt like people are not engaging with me. Then why should I engage with them? And then be lonely. Then at summers, the summer is actually the best part, right? Or it has to be the best part for a young guy, right? For a teenager. But when it's not the best part of of your life, and when you prefer uh, winter than summer, because in winter you can play video games and have friends, but in summer your friends like uh, you know they go out, and you're at home. That's actually a really bad thing, that happened to me, and I really suffer from that, because I could lie to my parents, right? And I could tell them, yeah, I'm watching the TV, but I was actually feeling sad, because I had nobody who actually wanted, or told me, you know, let's go, let's go out, man. Let's, we're friends. We're supposed to go out. We're supposed to do something. Don't be at home all day and call me and whatever, and be persistent with me. Those type of friends, they're not they don't exist a lot. You know, if you have a friend or a girlfriend or a boyfriend who is like that, that means he actually cares about you, and that's a really important thing. Now I like one of the topic, right? I think they say it like that. But I'm gonna talk about failing, right? So I gave you a little bit of context of what my life was like in this late teenage years, right? So last year I started football, right? And it was the best thing because in summer I started playing like a lot of football in the street. Yeah, all day, hours and hours and hours and hours. Of course, that made me improve. It has their, it has its downsides because like, um, I stopped training weights and I had like some, you know, uh, some postural imbalances, and then I started playing football. My posture went wrong because I lost muscle, and then now I have like more muscle in one leg, like a glute imbalance, a hamstring imbalance, a leg imbalance, and also um, my spine. It's weird. Like I feel weird. I feel bad with myself. Um, Especially these last 3 4 months killed me. The symmetry, the mind, everything. I was like, why me? Like, why do I have to deal with this? And then in football, I was going to play with my team, and then failing because I didn't play football my whole entire life, so I didn't know about positioning, right? Playing as a striker, the most important thing, I was not playing as defender or whatever. I was playing as a striker, When you're playing as a striker, you have to really give up. You gotta have the guts to score. So I didn't score, and then later I started like getting better, failing, getting better, failing, getting better, failing, 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 failing. They keep going, right? So of course, when the symmetry and with the football, everything, uh, you know, it's like they got together. Oh my, that was like painful, cause cause some days I was like waking up in the morning, looking at myself in the mirror, right, and that double mirror or even the phone, some picture, realize about my symmetry. I don't like it. Then later, what happens? That later I go the to train. I go to school. I may fail at school, like some. I'm feeling like easy things. Today I also failed some things. Because like 2 days ago I didn't post like a job that I had, and no one actually gives a shit. I try to say to the teacher also, give me like a second opportunity. No one gives a shit. No one gives no second opportunities. No one cares about you. No one wants you. No one helps you. It's actually insane, right? Um, it's insane to go through so much failure and trying to think it's nothing just by entertaining with yourself with the TV or the phone or whatever. But the reality is that it's hard, it's tough, and it breaks you. You know, of course, when you distract too much yourself, you can get along with it, but you're also sacrificing some things. Sacrificing time, wasting time, not doing your work. So you're trading like loneliness or depression or whatever thing with just uh, watching the TV. So of course my parents, like for example, say me a lot of the time watching serious, right? I'm now watching The Mentalist, really, really good, show. And and of course, they seem like hours. I watched Suits this year too, and they think like I'm like that, but I'm not. The reality is I hide. That's reality. I hide myself by watching this, by wasting time, and by doing those things. Because the reality is, if I quit from football and I don't find a balance, and I don't have the TV, I'm gonna get too much on my head, and it will fucking destroy me. I talk too much with myself. I talk too much, and with everybody who knows me knows that I like talking. And when I don't talk, I'm not myself. You know. So of course, that affects me also. You know. So what I'm trying to say is, it's, I hate failing, right? And I hate that feeling of going home after failing an important session of training where I could have made a chance to go to play with a better team, or just match haven't scored or really played bad, or I don't know. I got to a point where I'm a bit numb, right? And that's bad because um, you really it's like masking the reality, by but the numbness is a really bad thing because of course you could say, oh, well, you're numb, then of course you don't feel a lot. That's good, that's no, it's not. It's not. Sometimes in some things, I'm not gonna lie. For example, football, it can be pretty interesting to be numb, right? Not every time, but it can be pretty interesting because in football there's a lot of emotions. You can fail, and you can actually score, or by being numb, you don't care about nobody. That's good. But when you're numb about your studies and you're not doing the things and you're distracting yourself because you feel bad, or you forget about your symmetry, or you try to do that, or you lie to yourself and this and this and this and this and this, you find out yourself that, hey, what, you know, it's like I failed at fucking everything this year. I masked it like really good, and I try to show up to people like I was happy, but reality is it was failure. This year was failure, 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 and now in the most important moment, which is my probably my academic year, right? For my parents in this, I'm failing in this last chapter too. Um, I'm failing in the important things, and things are not going well. I'm trying to do something, and I have like bad luck. I hate the bad luck, you know. Um, Honestly, I'm a religious guy, so a lot of people can have their religions. I don't care. I don't even want to talk about religion, to be honest. But what I'm trying to say is, I haven't really prayed, right? And I believe that praying actually it was like it has some pretty huge psychological effect, like psychological trigger, right? But it also, if you believe in that, if you believe in God, you know that God is gonna help and a lot of times, He helped me. That's my experience. You cannot, you can say, all right, I believe in God. it's okay. But I believe in God. I believe in God, and I don't pray, and it's like I slip in temptations, right? Temptations with the devil, temptations watching some things, temptations like wasting time, temptations like not praying. I don't feel like it, disciplined. So all of that, it gets failure, bad luck, believing, oh, maybe this bad luck is because of God, this, that, this, that, this, that. Come on, this it gets you to the point where your mind is full. It's actually full. You can't like think. You can't like work on something peacefully. You can't do something because it's like, oh my God, I have like so much work. I fail in a lot. When I'm trying to do my studies, it goes wrong today. Like I was trying to do some task, which is for today actually, um, like an important task that determines the mark of the whole entire year of the subject, right? And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And I don't want to lie to myself and to anybody. The reality is, when it doesn't work, first of all, I frustrate myself. Second of all, I hate it. I hate that feeling of being left out because my whole entire life I was like left out, right? So being left out by this fucking machine, it also fucking, do you know what I mean? It hurts me. Like, I mean, it doesn't hurt me, but I don't like it. And third, no one has fucking compassion because nobody fucking cares. Like they will fucking like break it down and don't give a shit. If you're not like rich or like really handsome, maybe they can like say, all right, like you can get along with it, maybe dependent. Or if you're like really strong, then you're a little bit intimidated, like okay, or like you have like a really strong character. You have the combinations of those traits that you can maybe get along with it. Now, of course, it's not some superpower, but you can actually a little bit have more luck in some moments, right? Which which can be good. But I had fucking failure, you know. I had the fucking teacher not giving a shit about me. I had this fucking machines don't fucking helping me, virtual machines. I had like uh no one actually, I'm not gonna lie, no one actually talks me to the phone. It's the reality. I'm still kind of sometimes like I think maybe I'm the same guy as before. You know, I don't know. The reality is I don't know if I'm the same guy. Um, but you know, um, as I said before, I'm in this phase where I'm a bit numb, so I don't feel it. But and of course, like I got less emotional with the time. I mean, when you go through these things, like when you don't have like a lot of friends or you're not socializing or whatever thing, like you get along with it, right? So you know, I believe I hate. I believe I hate having bad luck. I hate fucking uh, anything about failing. Not gonna lie, but I failed a lot, and I failed a lot, and I fucking keep failing. But even though what I want to say is, even though I fucking failed and I keep failing with this guy, for example, you can do nothing about it. You either can escape, go to a fucking island and forget about fucking everybody, and go and work on yourself and that, or you get back to work. You can get back to work, which is not funny, which is not motivational, which is not music 24 hours, which is not dopamine hits. It's boring and it's work. So yeah, and well, that's what I want to say. I want to say I struggled a lot. I kept struggling, and it's a shame, right? It's a shame that the world is like this. You know, that people don't care about you and this and that. Um, you know, people put in put their their tasks before 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 anything that you ask them, right? That's maybe a thing that I did in my past. Like I usually help people, or you know, I could help some people when they were like fucked up, um, fucked up in something. I don't know, whatever thing, and leave my my thing behind for a moment and go help them. I did that. I was like really empathetic, right? And that's, you know, seeing a world that is not empathetic, doesn't care, a world that is ruthless and cold, and it's well, I may have to that maybe. That's it. You know, at some point you accept it, right? You accept the fact that hey, it is what it is. So yeah, I did this video. I hope you like this video. I'll try to get it back into work. I struggle a lot, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, keep going. I don't know how it will go, you know, because I failed a lot, as I said before, through my entire life. Too much. It's pain and, well, never talk to nobody. So that's it. I hope it gets better. I hope it gets some views, maybe. I'm not gonna lie, I don't care a lot. And hope it gets to those who need it. So that's it. Bye.